Hi everyone, welcome to my Cast Off Crew Wednesday video. I said on Facebook that I didn't have anything to show you, but I do. I do have some stuff to show you. And this hat I am wearing, I just worked this up just before I started filming this. So this is something to show you. It's called a bucket hat. It's on the website designsbykn.com, and I will provide a link below the video for the pattern. It's made with a number 6 chunky yarn. This yarn happens to be the Red Heart Grande yarn. I've had it around for years, this yarn, and I was thinking I'd make a bag with it or something like that, but it's actually kind of too soft to make a bag. So I'm glad I made this hat. I could probably make about 9 or 10 of these hats with all the yarn I have this kind. The only thing about the hat is I want to make the crown a little longer because it's not even touching my ears, and I like to wear a hat so my ears are warm. Now I could wear it just like this anyway, because I know not all hats are designed to be going down over your ears. But the other crochet item I have to show you is my mother bear. I did show these in my other video, but I gotta show you all too. Isn't she cute? I stuffed it more lightly than I did my last crochet bear, and it made it more cuddly. It's not so stiff. So I think from now on, when I'm going to stuff them more lightly. I also cinched up the waist a little bit just to give her a feminine skirt line, you know. So she's an older girl bear. She's not a baby girl bear. Okay. Another things that I have that are crocheted, I showed on my other video too. It's this blanket that I'm working on. I got out of the August 2011 edition of Crochet World magazine, and I'm using this yarn that I made by stranding different threads together. I got all this cone stuff, so, and it's way too fine to use for crochet like I want to. These were meant for a weaving loom, but I gave up on doing the weaving loom. So as you can see, this one is a light pink, and there's 2 strands of this fuchsia, 1 strand of gray, and 1 strand of a raspberry magenta color. And that's how I came up with this tweed looking yarn. Speaking of Crochet World magazine, I am working on this, and I got this idea out of the same issue, except for their pattern uses the lightweight number 2. It's almost a sock weight yarn. It's more of a baby, maybe a baby weight yarn, but I'm using worsted weight yarn, and I'm doing this pattern. I only have 3 skeins of this, so it's probably not going to come out to be a shawl like I wanted it to, but this is I love this yarn, and it's a stripe print, and the color is sugar plum stripe. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to just see how big it comes out to be, and I might have to add a different color ends on it, or maybe I'll go around it and make it an afghan, but we'll see what happens. I've had this yarn around for a while too, so I don't even know if I could get any more of it. Alright, that is my crochet. Now I have loom knitting. I've showed you this before. This is another whip I have, unfinished object UFO, but I've got a little further on this. But after I got so far, I realized this part down here, I used the E-wrap stitch or twisted knit, and then I used the regular knit stitch up through here. So I guess when I get to the other end, I'll have to go back to the twisted knit or the E-wrap stitches. I don't know how that happened, but anyway, I shouldn't have too much further to go. I only have almost 4 balls of yarn left, so I'm hoping this will be enough for a wrap too. I don't know what's the matter with me thinking I'm going to get these shawls and wraps out of just a few skeins of yarn, but that's another work in progress. Okay, with my ceramics, I've done some salsa bowls and salt and pepper shakers kind of to match my Corningware dishes. Of course, these aren't going to be as white as Corningware because it's ceramic and not glass. But these are a little bit, and they need to be wiped off because they were sitting next to the stove. So, but there's my salt and pepper shakers that I did. Okay, and then I went and I ordered a sugar bowl, creamer, and butter dish so I could paint them to match my dishes too. So this is my sugar bowl and creamer that I did. And you know, you think, well, that's not much done with it, but you know what? These stripes, to get them straight, is harder than painting a picture on something. It really is. And then my my butter dish kind of looked like the Blue Plate Special design. This is like a cobalt blue. I don't know if you can see the color very well in this lighting. So those are my ceramic pieces I've done. Now I'm going to really terrible backlighting here, but it's where my knitting machine is set up. But I'm going to show you this anyway. Hopefully it'll be visible. I did this swatch, and this is the chenille stuff that comes on a cone. It's meant really more for weaving and upholstery. And I like the swatch, so I'm going to make a throw with it. And here's what I have done on my machine so far. When you use a knitting machine, the wrong side faces you and the right side's underneath. This is a waste yarn. This will go away when I finish this edge. So that's what I'm working on here on my knitting machine. But I've gotten this book, I believe at Half Price Books. And it says John Allen's Treasury of Machine Knitting Stitches. Now, not all the things in here I can do because some of them are for punch card machines and I don't have that. But then I found this lattice and lace in the book, and I learned how to do that from this book. So yeah, that's what I'm doing on my knitting machine. So that is my Cast Off Wednesday video. Hope you all have a wonderful week, and I will see you next week.